From time to time, I like to post essentially time runs on my channel. Like, I am quite interested in the concept of trying to beat the best time possible, trying to find the quickest path to the end goal. Like, things like that really interest me. So when I saw Welkin's Road and essentially what it's doing, it got me interested and it got me hooked. So I wanted to talk about it, give you guys my thoughts on this game because I had a chance to play it myself. And well, yeah, essentially Welkin's Road is a first-person running and puzzling grapple hooking platformer. So essentially, it's similar to Mirror's Edge, but with a little bit of a twist to it. So you know, you get the basic wall running, jumping, sliding, all that stuff. But on top of that, you get this sense of puzzle area where you have to solve which direction you have to go. And on top of that as well, you have the ability to use a laser grappling hook that allows you to, you know, platform yourself across different stages and stuff like that. So this game is actually pretty interesting in my opinion, because not only does it you know, work on those bases, it also factors in momentum and speed. Like, you need to be able to know exactly how fast you're going, how fast you are picking up speed, and essentially just know how fast you're going. That's the best way I can describe it. The game looks really simple in my opinion. Now, I know that the developers are going for this whole heavenly look, that you're on top of the sky and you're just jumping from platform to platform, but in my opinion it looks a little bit plain, a little bit boring. And after playing it for about 2 to 3 hours, because I was trying to beat a specific time, I kind of got a little bit worn out from the presentation of this game. And not to mention that this game doesn't even have music, so essentially you're just going to be hearing the wind blistering by while you are running and trying to beat the time. Now let's talk about the pros, and then I'll talk about the cons afterwards. So essentially the pros is that I like the platforming system. I like the whole grappling hook system, the whole puzzling thing, because I enjoyed figuring out how to get to a certain place as quickly as possible. And yes, I got frustrated in certain points where I couldn't figure out how to reach a certain point, but only after realizing that I had to implement momentum, I have to factor in momentum into my running situation, was I able to get from 1A to B or whatever the case may be. So that was pretty interesting to do. Now besides this whole unique system, the cons, which I've probably already stated, is that there's no music, because I don't know, music really helps when you're doing the speedrun. It really hypes you up, it really gets you in the mood, and also helps you memorize as well. Like, music can actually help you memorize which part you're about to reach and stuff like that. So I feel like music is a huge factor that they need to look into when they're trying to get people to play this game. And the other thing is that it looks too simplistic for my opinion, because I've played a lot of platformer games and I really do like the aesthetic that comes with some of the platformers, like Cloud Build, for example. That game was really unique. It had its own mechanics where you had to use boost to maneuver across places, but essentially it had really nice level design, well as Welkin's Road. It's essentially too simple in my opinion, and after an hour or two you'll get fed up with it, because they all look the same. All levels look the same, and the only difference between them is that some of the levels have different colors. So level 1 would be red, level 2 would be blue. It's not really that creative in my opinion. So, but this game is currently in early alpha, so all of these cons that I've mentioned can change pretty damn easily, and hopefully it does, because I really do enjoy platformers like this in my opinion. And another thing that I would like them to add essentially when it comes to this game is the ability to, I guess, race other people. So if you guys know of a game called Speedrunners, you essentially have the ability to race against other players simultaneously, you know, in real time. And essentially, if Welkin Road were to have this type of multiplayer system where it actually becomes a race and a time runs, you know, game, it could be pretty interesting, could be pretty fun to do. I mean, like, that's essentially what I think. So the only reason why I'm showing you guys this game could be maybe because some of you guys might be interested, because I know I've posted, you know, my time rounds from time to time and you guys seem to like it. So maybe there could be someone who might be interested in Welkin's Road and they want to check it out. So there's that. So right now, in my opinion, I'm showing you guys I'm showing you this game for you guys to keep an eye on. But in terms of actually getting it, I don't know. It really depends on you. Like, do you like speed runs? Do you like time runs? Do you like being able to solve how you approach certain levels? If so, then yes, go ahead and pick up the game. But if you want a lot more than just seeing boxes floating in the sky with different colors, I would suggest to hold out until the game goes in a little bit more into development. So yeah, that's my opinion on Welkin's Road. It's a pretty interesting game. I like it. So to recap on the points that I've made in this video, the pros and the cons. The pros is that I like the whole grappling system, I like the whole momentum system and the velocity system to know how fast you're going, how slow you're going, to controlling your speed essentially. I like that because that really helps in trying to platform from section to section. That's pretty much the pros in this game. I like the aesthetic that they're trying to go with, but like I said before, it's a little bit too simple in my taste. And yeah, the cons, however, which actually I just remembered something. I don't like how the character's animation remains really stiff. Now, if you've noticed in doing the gameplay, you'll see that my hands aren't really moving all that much. It's not as free flowing as for example Mirror's Edge. Now Mirror's Edge, if you've seen Mirror's Edge, you know the hands are moving and you can even actually see the feet of the character if you happen to be looking down essentially. But in this game, Welkin's Road, you don't get to see the feet actually, because at some point I actually stopped to see could I see my own feet, and that kind of destroyed the immersion that this game is trying to build. So once again, with the cons, stiff animations, I hope that the developers will take this into consideration and improve on the pretty much character animation. It's too simple in terms of aesthetic. I don't like the whole every level looks almost the same except for different color patterns. And no music. It just comes up as they didn't even try to at least create some own unique music. So music would be helpful and would be nice to have in the game. And yeah, and obviously the tip that I have besides all that is to implement an online multiplayer system where you could race with your friends. I feel like if they added multiplayer into this, it would be a lot more fun to have. Besides obviously beating other people's time runs, you could actually have a situation where you could be running against other people in real time, in real life. And because the levels are actually extremely long, like you could be spending almost an hour in just one level, so this could be awesome and essentially could be fun for people to just go at it and have some fun. So yeah guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Let's talk about the people who do discussion videos. If you're on YouTube and essentially if you decide that you want to be on YouTube, the moment that you've posted your first video, you've pretty much signed a terms and conditions that you're willing to take the bullshit that comes from YouTube, and you're willing to be able to take insults from people who don't share the same opinion as you.